Camille.
I have to say that I don't think that Hatshepsut's name was erased from history because of sexism. People just were not that interested in ancient Egypt until recently. I wanted to be an Egyptologist from my earliest childhood, so I knew quite a bit about Hatshepsut.
What happened? Why didn't you?
Moreover, well, you know, all the great monuments appear to have been discovered, which is why I switched careers. But
they kept looking.
One of the first things you learn in ancient art history in college is that temple at Deir that we just saw is the model for the colonnade form that the Greeks brought to perfection in the Parthenon and so on. I mean, the point is Hatshepsut as a patron of architecture certainly was acknowledged in our college courses.
But when you in America, if you talk about pharaohs, if you tell most Americans even that there was a female pharaoh, and quite frankly there were 2 or 3 others much less well known, they will go, what?
Well, the reason is, all right, that first of all, Ramesses II is in the Ten Commandments, played brilliantly by Yul Brynner. All right, as it happens, he was involved with Moses, and therefore he has the New Testament, which puts Pharaoh up there. But also Cleopatra, we know a tremendous amount about. Only because Roman history it was existing as a genre. The Egyptians did not have history as a genre, right? So we can blame Egypt as a whole for not giving us textual evidence.
But Camille,
there were 3,000 years of dynasties.
I know, but
many of them men that we don't know about.
But let me finish, because I got interested in Hatshepsut and then did more research. There are a dozen women who ruled important major ancient civilization. One whom I'll quote in a minute, Semiramis of Babylon. There was Zenobia of Palmyra, Judith of ancient, help me out here, Africa.
Dido.
Ethiopia. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So the fact is, it's not just Hatshepsut who isn't well known. It's a lot of the rest of them, too.
But the textual evidence is missing. But the historical evidence is missing for a lot of the male kings of antiquity as well. I mean, again, as someone who wanted to be an archaeologist and so on, I mean, where there is evidence, there's a huge body of things. Usually, in 3,000 years of Egyptian history, for example, we don't know a lot about a lot of the male rulers as well. We're still reconstructing the evidence.
But also, let's look at what's happening today. So many women are giving up elective office, like Nancy Kassenbaum, for example, because they want to be leaders without necessarily having to go through this agonizing process of being elected.
And thank you all. And to close, it seems appropriate to raise a quote from Semiramis, who ruled Babylon in 900 BC, who said, quote, "Nature gave me the form of a woman, but my acts have raised me to the level of the most valiant of men." That's it for this edition of To the Contrary. Next week, the president of Iceland talks about women voting for women.